Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are jumping into the pretty high-stakes world of professional AV. Very high stakes. We're looking at how large institutions distribute uncompressed, high-density 4K video.
Exactly. Specifically how they do it over standard network cabling. Our sources are all pointing towards a company called HDTV Supply and one specific piece of gear.
The tvONE 1T-CT-647 transmitter. So our mission today is to quickly unpack its capabilities, its limits, and maybe more importantly, the critical purchasing factors you need to know about.
Right, because this isn't something you just add to a cart. And to start, let's talk about the vendor, HDTV Supply. They've been in this game for 25 years.
And that matters. They have these strategic partnerships like with tvONE, and their whole business model seems geared toward, well, very high certainty installs.
What do you mean by high certainty?
Well, look at the support. They offer lifetime support through phone, chat, text, email. That's a huge safety net when you're installing mission-critical hardware.
And there's also a big financial incentive for certain buyers, right? A huge one. If you're buying for federal, state, or local governments, or schools, universities, the military, basically, if you have an email ending in .edu, .gov, .mil, or .org, you get an additional discount.
Plus free shipping in the USA, which is nothing on gear this heavy.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get to the centerpiece here. Yeah. The tvONE 1T-CT-647. It's an HDMI UHD 4K transmitter, and it costs around $2,100.
And its job is, on the surface, very simple. It takes one uncompressed HDMI signal and splits it to 7 different outputs.
And it does that over a single Cat.5e or Cat.6 cable for each output, which is the key. You know, the source material had this great analogy for it.
Oh, yeah.
They called it a central irrigation manifold for digital data. I love that. It just splits the stream cleanly.
That's a good way to put it. And that simplicity comes from the technology it's using, which is HDBaseT-Lite.
HDBaseT-Lite. So that means there's H, doesn't it?
It does. And this is probably the single most important technical insight, the distance. For a standard 1080p signal, you can go up to 60 meters, which is almost 200 feet. That's pretty good.
But for 4K.
That's where it changes. For 4K UHD video, even at lower frame rates like 24 or 30 hertz, that distance drops to just 40 meters.
Wow, okay. 40 meters is only about 130 feet. That feels really short for a big campus or a government building.
It is, and that tells you exactly what this is for. It's for distribution within a single large room, or maybe from a central rack to rooms on the same floor. It's not for connecting buildings.
That makes sense. It's a strategic choice. So beyond video, what about audio?
Top tier, professional grade. It supports embedded lossless digital audio, so LPCM 7.1, Dolby True HD, DTS HD master audio, the works.
You're getting the full, uncompromised signal. And it seems like they're really focused on reliability, too. I noticed a small detail in the spec.
Power adapter.
Yeah, the screw-on power adapter. That's not a standard feature. It's designed so it can't be accidentally kicked out from under a desk.
Which is absolutely vital in a professional setting. You can't have a video wall go down because someone tripped over a cord. It's that, plus the 3-year warranty. It's all about uptime.
Now, let's talk about the really critical purchasing caveats. The things you have to know. First, this transmitter is just one half of the equation, right?
Correct. It's useless on its own. For each of those 7 outputs, you need to buy a separate 1T-CT-642 receiver for the display end. Those are sold separately.
So you have to factor that into your budget. 1 transmitter plus up to 7 receivers.
And here's the biggest one, the absolute final word for any buyer. The purchase of this 1T-CT-647 transmitter is, and I'm quoting here, strictly non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
Whoa. So once you click buy, you own it. Period.
You own it. You have to be 100% certain of your plan before you place that order.
So wrapping this up for everyone listening, the takeaway here is that this system gives you extremely high-quality, multi-point video distribution over, really common and cheap network cable.
But, and it's a big but, that benefit depends entirely on your planning. You have to nail down those distances to stay under that 40-meter 4K limit, and you have to budget for all the separate receivers.
It's a system for planners, not for improvisers.
Absolutely. Which brings me to a final thought for you to consider. Given that this equipment is explicitly non-returnable, what does that really tell us about the kinds of projects it's made for?
I mean, it suggests the stakes are incredibly high.
Exactly. It suggests that the institutions buying this are trading any kind of flexibility for guaranteed performance. It means their installation has to be perfect on paper before they ever even think about ordering the hardware.